I'm Brent Leary.
I'm Paul Greenberg.
I'm Elle Nicole France.
And I'm Ginger Conlon.
And this is 60. Oh, wait a minute. And we are the CRM Playaz.
And I'm Ginger Conlon.
Uh-oh. And this is 60. Oh, wait a minute. I can't believe it. And we are the CRM Playaz.
This is how it happened last time.
It's the Groundhog Day of Groundhog Days again.
I just muted Paul and the echo went away. That is so weird. No, it was echoing again.
We've had this problem before, haven't we?
It's quite.
It's the hidden window problem.
It's really strange because Paul and I had been on testing things out for like the last 30 minutes and not an echo in sight.
Ginger's right though. It's the hidden window because he's got a live window somewhere, either Facebook or LinkedIn or something. And that's what's playing in the background.
That is just so weird. Well, maybe it only shows up when you start a broadcast or something because.
Yes, because then it's broadcasting live in that window.
Oh, Mike. Oh, you guys are so smart.
Yeah, right, you know. That's why we're on here, Brent. I don't know if you knew why you invited us, but yeah.
Yeah, it's for your smarts because I don't have any. But anyway, we are the CRM Playaz. It's a little bit of a break in between action. Maybe I'll just spend a minute or two just to kind of talk about why we're doing part 2, and hopefully Paul will be able to join us without his echo or shadow or whatever that is. So anyway, we had actually started the year off on such a really cool note because we were doing the very first show, which was part 1, or actually it was going to be the announcing of the BYOB award winners, and things were going really good. I think we had announced the winner of the best video award. We'll do a recap shortly on this. And then unfortunately I got a phone call. It was basically an emergency situation, and ended up my mom had a stroke. It was a bad one. I had to get up to Delaware immediately, and I spent the last 10 days, 10, 11, actually 2 weeks up there, and was able to be with my mom while she was in hospice. And me and my sister stayed with her for 10 days before she passed away. So I really do appreciate everybody's thoughts and concerns and prayers. They meant a lot. I know I was out of communication because I was literally by her side 24/7 for 10 days. But I'm back. And once again, I just appreciate everybody. And what I really appreciate is being able to come back to do this, because this was fun. And I want it to be fun for this part 2. And I really want it to be fun with Paul Greenberg getting back whenever he does. But in the meantime, why don't we just maybe we could do a little recap, because we did do some things before we had to step away, before I had to step away. So why don't we do this?
Brent, while you're getting that set up, I'm just going to say, yet another data point that it sort of feels like 2020 actually started much later in January, recently. And here we are, we're kicking off 2021,
Yeah. What's a little delay?
Yeah. So now we can officially say we're in 2021, and it's looking up.
It actually is. And we're just hoping that Paul will join us in 2021 at some point. We can have the full crew here. But while he's getting his technical difficulties worked out, let's just do a little bit of a recap. We did do this before, but it's been 3 weeks. So let's do a quick recap. So this whole thing came about really on a whim and a prayer. Or was it a guitar to prayer with Don Shorman from Pega, followed by Des Cahill from Oracle, showing off their guitar skills on the Playaz. And that kind of sparked something in Paul Greenberg, who said, why don't we do a band competition? We don't even know if these folks have bands, and some of them actually didn't have bands. But that didn't stop us from doing this competition, and it didn't stop 10 bands. Let me see. Do I have this thing up here? Let me do this. These are the folks that actually stepped in and stepped up and put the band out there. Some of them had band for years. Some of them didn't even have a band. Some of these folks have never even played together before the pandemic. But they did it, and I have to just, top line, everybody did an awesome job. What do you guys think about just the whole group of bands that came in for us?
Yeah, definitely so much talent and creativity.
Really astonishing, honestly. I'm surprised that more of these people aren't getting paid to be entertainers in their day jobs. So lucky for us, they all displayed multiple, perhaps even in some cases, previously hidden talents.
Well, yeah, some of them are definitely hidden, at least hidden from us. They probably do better. So, we just thank all 10 of the bands that were able to be a part of this, because they put their heart and soul into it. And we'll show a few of the clips from the finalists, but you can check out every single video. If you go to the CRM Playaz YouTube channel, they're all there. All the videos are there, and you can check them all out. And I really suggest you do that. And you also can go to Paul's. I'm getting I said the word, I said his name, and he's still trying to work it out. So hopefully he'll be able to work this out. You can also check out each of the band pages, because the band pages have all the people that are in the band and what part they played, and some really good information. So go to the56group.com and you can check out. Paul has a very easy to get to the BYOB part of his website, and you can check out all the bands and everything you wanted to know. All right. Okay, so I think that we had actually done a few shout outs too. And you're just gonna take this real quick because we want to leave enough time to actually do the final awards that we didn't get to, do some of the final shout outs that we didn't get to, and also hear from some of the winners. We put them on notice. We want you, if you do win, if you do hear your name called, we want you to have a representative to come and join us and talk about it. Now that means there's like some people that might not get the call, but you got to be ready just in case. We just don't know. But anyway, so we want to do some shout out awards. They're not official awards. You don't get the badge, but you get a shout out, which is not too bad. So we did the best, we did the best promo video. Oh, wait a minute. Did I get that far down?
We did. And can we show, do we have time to show the promo video?
I don't think we do, unfortunately. And it's really, really unfortunate because it was great. But the best promo video was the Oracle CX Pistols. And I personally liked it because Paul and I got called out for like owing some dude that I had quite frankly never heard of before. He says we've owed him some money for 30 some odd years. Was it Stig? I can't even remember Stig's last name, but anyway, what made the video so funny? It was like a VH1. It was literally like a VH1 behind the music documentary, where they had a guy that wasn't a part of the band, kind of repping the band, and we just thought it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of hijinks involved. We just thought we should give a shout out for the best promo video, since they everyone put not only effort into the band videos, but the promo videos were really entertaining as well. All right, let's see what we got next. Let's see. Oh, Stig. Yeah. Oh, I got to start throwing some comments up here too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't show up to my house looking for money, we're good. There he is.
Occupational hazard. Yeah.
There it is. Oh yes, somebody is like, yeah, we did promo video and video concert. Yes, we did that one too. Do I have that one next? Let's see. Some people are really good. They remember where we left off. That's great. So we had also did the best video concept. Now we did award the best video, but we also thought, there was a lot of thought and creativity that went into these things, in addition to the execution and all that other stuff. Let me get rid of that guy. So we wanted to do a little shout out for the best video concept. And the best video concept was Jane Blonde and the Goldfingers from Elements.cloud with it was just this integration of two really good songs.
Oh yeah, an awesome mashup. And maybe not the most obvious one, but it works amazingly well. Great concept musically, and obviously an awesome video as well.
Actually, let's see. Let's take a chance here. Oh, I was getting ready to bring Paul back, and then he disappeared.
Oh no.
Oh my God. The reason that I really love what they did with this is because I'm a DJ and guys like me and Ray Wong. So the two songs, Staying Alive and Another Brick in the Wall, their bass lines go together extremely well. You can make it sound like it's just one song while both of them were playing. And that's what I really gravitated towards for this, because the video integrated the two videos, but the music was really nicely tight knit. You could hear both aspects of the different songs, but they fit perfectly. And then the videos were great because they did, the disco theme and did that brick in the wall theme with all the people on there and the mad folks, that dude like yelling at us, and the guy with the shiv in his head. And that's really good stuff. So we had to shout them out. So best video concept, Elements.cloud, Jane Blonde, and the Goldfingers. Staying Alive, Brick in the Wall. All right, Paul is still not with us. All right, we'll keep running with the recap because I think this is the one where we actually did, but there he is. Let's see. All right.
Hey.
Are we good?
Yeah, it was. I'll put it this way: to explain the actual technical issue it would take most of the rest of the show.
All right. Well, since we probably shouldn't do that,
No.
I'm just glad that you made it back so that we can actually do the players for the rest of 2021. So
Yes, we can. We're there.
So we were just recapping some of the shout outs that we did. Yeah. All right. So we did the best video promo. Of course, that was Stig Feldspar in the Oracle CX Pistols. He's still looking for his money, by the way. I don't know if you want to pay the
I sent him a check last week. He should have it by now.
Check good. That's the real question.
Oh, wait. Did you see what Ian put here? His mom and dad were in that video.
I like it.
Oh my God! Look at that, 99 and 92. Holy crap!
I like the mom one for the younger man.
The cradle robber. No kidding. I know.
Wow.
Nice one, Ian.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even notice that. So it's good to have our players and residents that are apparently all over that right now. That's good. All right. So we're just going to do a quick video recap of the finalists because we did announce it, but it's been so long ago. So why don't we just play the finalist video of the best video award, and then we'll jump back into things. So let me do this. Oh man, let me do this. I'm a little rusty. Sorry.
I was going to say you're out of practice.
All right, here we go.
The finalists for the CRM Playaz BYOB 2020 award for best video are Elements.cloud's Jane Blonde and the Goldfingers for Mashup, Staying Alive, and Another Brick in the Wall.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud, women warm. I've been kicked around since I was born. Now it's all right, it's okay, and you may look the other way, but we can try to understand the New York Times effect on men. Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you're staying alive, staying alive.
Episervers, the Episencores, the winner takes it all.
I don't want to talk about the things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say. No more ace to play. The winner takes it all.
Zoho's RMD 4 from Chennai with love.
Yeah, this one's for Chennai. That's right. 2020. Between you and I. Yeah, things change in a blink of an eye. Like something heavy falling right up from the sky. Thoughts passing by, memories flashing by. Minutes, hours, days, weeks, months passing by. The culture we're missing, the coffee we're missing, the beaches we're missing, the places we're missing, general life we've been missing. Those days we kept chilling in close of the east. Yeah, life wasn't easier.
All right, let me bring everybody back. And of course, now we announced this previous to when I had to run out. So it's no big surprise that Episerver won for the winner takes it all. But Paul pointed out something that we should make sure that we do, and that's not to just overrun the other two finalists that came in second and third place, because they did a great job as well. As a matter of fact, everybody did a great job as well. It's kind of hard to determine the top three and then the top one, but we ought to make sure that folks recognize that Zoho came in second for Chennai with Love, and then we already got a little taste of Jane Blonde and the Goldfingers. They came in third with Staying Alive and Another Brick in the Wall. So
and keep in mind, in all the categories, every one of them, the voting was really close from top to bottom in all three categories. So it could have, to be one of the top three was an amazing achievement.
I'm just going to throw in there, Ginger and I are also eagerly awaiting the next awards here, because we are as equally in the dark as everybody else watching. So only Paul and Brent know the results so far. And I will say, honestly, like the best video category was a great example. It was so hard just trying to decide who to vote for. So, I mean, there's not much distance between any of the winners here. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I know that last time we had talked about some of the people who are participated in voting, creating, their own scoring systems and spreadsheets. And I definitely did that because there was no way to do it otherwise. Like you had to figure out a system, it was so hard to choose.
Oh, one of the judges actually had a system where it was literally scoring things to half a point. Right.
How many sig figs, though? How many sig figs, Paul? That's a real question.
Well, here's one thing I will tell you guys. Brent and I really haven't decided whether we're going to reveal the winners or not.
it's a 50-50 shot going on.
Yeah. I mean, stick around. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
So we actually did talk to Andrew from Episerver's last time, but I just want to, since he's been just hanging around, like just sitting there in the background, let me just bring up one of the folks from Episerver. I like to call him Edward R. Barrow, but it's just Ed Barrow.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Oh, look at Ed's already ready to serenade us.
Why not? I was going to say, well, thank you very much for the award. I think we got enough screen time last time, really, and Andrew was also the magic behind the scenes that made it all happen. So I basically got us into the mess, and then Andrew cleaned it up, and I've done that for the last decade, so we're well practiced. And obviously Kirsten with the amazing voice, we couldn't have done it without her, to say the least. So thank you very much.
I have actually one question before you do go. Are you going to actually use that as like a PSA? I mean, you really should use it as a public service.
Well, we have a slight problem, which is that it obviously was under the Encores brand, and as of yesterday, Episerver is no more long live Optimizely. So we're going to have to change a few things about what we're doing, but it's good nonetheless.
Now it'll be the Opti-Encores.
There you go.
Wow. And she does get paid for that kind of advisory work.
Right. That's right. Consider that 1 hour of an advisory day for her. So
thank you very much.
You guys owe her some money.
It's Ginger's complimentary prize to the winner.
Exactly.
That's right.
The check is in the post. All the check is in the post.
All right. All right, Ed, we're gonna have to let you go for the time being. You may come
All right,
back. We don't know if you will or not, but stick around. You know.
Thanks very much.
And that of course is assuming Brent and I do announce the winners.
Yeah, that's a lot of assumptions. So
There'll be an uprising if you don't.
I guess we've seen enough of those this year, so we'll do it.
all right. So good night and good luck, Ed.
Oh wow. He won't get that reference, but I sure
He
as hell
will.
did.
He will.
Most
Yeah.
people don't
I
get.
should point out that nobody actually uses checks in the UK anymore. Just saying, but
I knew that. That's why I sent him a check. That was exactly why, because nobody uses them.
All right. So yeah, Nina is shouting it out. Yeah, top the encores. There it is. All right.
Wow, Ginger.
So I think now we're getting into like the new territory, right? Because I think this is kind of where things went. I had to leave. So let's do it. Here's a shout out. This is not an official award, but it's something that we just said we should recognize because it's good stuff. So here we are with best vocal performance.
No,
we did get to this one.
We did that we did that.
Oh, we
one
already
last.
did that one. Okay,
Yes.
So I can't really do any suspense. So all right.
No.
Hey, snaps to Kirsten. Then.
She actually wrote a note. I don't know if you remember her comment to it. She said, finally, the years of paying all that money to music to voice training in school pays off.
There it is. All right. Well, it did pay off. It was great. I mean, it was just a great performance.
I would have thought singing at Carnegie Hall was probably the real good payoff for that one.
All right. So I think now, are we all caught up then? Was that the last thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was it. That was right there. That's where we were.
All right. So now I think we're entering new territory. Let me just make sure I don't want to give anything away. All right, here we are. Okay. I like having my new big screen that I can.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
There it is. All right. So here's our next shout out.
All right.
Best
Changing color.
instrumental performance. This was tough too.
Really tough. I mean, really, really tough. So if you actually listen to all the music, there was a lot of vocal and some instrumental performance, meaning where you could isolate. This isn't the isolated instrumental part of a song, okay? Meaning where there's enough length to be more than just a backup to vocals, okay? So this made it incredibly hard because there was, I would say, every performance was generally good and very, very good, really. And there were two or three, or actually more than that were close to, if not actually brilliant. And it made it really tough, but there was one, there's really two, but we had to give it to one. And it,
am I ready? Can I do it?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you were really drawing it out there, but I just want to.
I deliberately.
All right, and the winner for the best instrumental performance shout out is Palmer
from
Crocker. Are you going to go Crocker? Are you going to go my way? I mean that he tore it up. I mean, Lenny would have been proud.
Absolutely. I mean, there was one other performance that not a shout out, so he's not going to be mentioned, but it was right up there with him. But this one, he just, it's awesome. I mean, and to Crokerbird's, to their, but they did something really smart. They literally zoomed in on the guy's hands, right on that particular scene. So you saw how he was tearing it up.
I was going to say, when you got it, flaunt it, right? I mean, come on.
That would be just a word of advice going forward. There were some excellent guitar solos. I mean, across the board, sax solo, but you didn't actually see the person doing it. You heard it, but you didn't see, you didn't see it. And that's part of the experience. So luckily for Tim, they had him front and center going off. And we got to give him a shout out for that. Now I can see Ed in the green room going off on his
Yeah.
He's got his guitar right there with him. But all right. So that was all right. Here we are.
So I guess we're getting, this is the Fake
This-
the think in
this
your
is
own
what-
heads of a drum roll.
Yeah, this is one of the big three. This is for the best song, and we do have a video montage to share who the finalists are for best song. So
Go Yvonne.
let me see if I can do this. I hope I got this right. I'm still very rusty. All right, here we go.
The finalists for the CRM Playaz BYOB 2020 Award for Best Song are Pegasystems, The Layer Cakes for Shut Up and Dance.
Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my...
Pegasystems, The Layer Cakes for Sweet Child of Mine. Zoho's RMD for Homa and A.R. Rahman medley.
All right, let me bring everybody back. So tough. That was tough. Any guesses out there? Anybody want to take a shot before we make the announcement? Give me some
I have a
feedback.
guess.
I just want to say, I have never seen or heard the kazoo played so soulfully ever before. But I think
I'm
that
serious.
alone deserves
serious.
special recognition.
That could be a special award.
Yeah, it could. It could.
That's because I honestly have never heard the kazoo played, period. Right. So no.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, there was a guy named the Great Kazoo from the Flintstones, and he was
Wow.
yeah.
Edward R. Murrow, the
Old
Flintstones.
At least we haven't hit McHale's Navy, so we're fine. We're fine.
Hey, we still got 30 minutes. So. All right. So should we draw it out any longer? Should we just
Well, we got 30 minutes.
should the accounting firm of Hookem,
Well,
Crookem, and Hookem?
Do we cheat him and how? Yeah.
I will tell you one thing. And this thing, I don't know if I said it on the show, but I've certainly said it before in other places. I've known Jeff Nicholson for like, I think 20 some odd years. And I literally had no idea he had that good a voice, that I didn't even know he could sing. Okay. And his voice just strikes me as so interesting and unique too. It's not like if you listen to, and pardon the editorial here, but if you listen to a lot of the contemporary solo male and female singers, you literally could shut your eyes and not know the difference when you hear 10 of them, and you literally couldn't tell any one apart from the next one. He has Jeff has this really interesting quality to his voice that I just find amazing. And plus, I've done, wow.
That's a good one.
We are really rolling here.
There's some talent out there.
We're on our way back to the 20s, the 1920s.
Is
Right.
Henny Youngman still around? Or Shecky
I'm
Green?
telling you, we're going to end up with the Charleston pretty soon. So if this keeps up.
All right. So I think it's time. We've
I do
teased
too.
people long enough, right? All right. So the winner for the best song in the inaugural CRM Playaz BYOB 2020 Music Awards goes to
Zoho.
Woo!
Hama, R. Rahman.
Although I've
RMD,
got to say,
Randy
Brent, you've been outed by LinkedIn user because apparently
Oh.
they can see your big screen.
I hate LinkedIn user. Now you can't see a thing. How about that? All right, but before we go too far with them, let's also recognize. Well, Pega had two
Yeah,
of the
Pega.
top 3 songs.
That is remarkable. I gotta say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but fantastic. All 3
Yeah,
of them.
absolutely. So, all right. So, do we have? Let's see. I'm looking to see if we have somebody from Zoho on with us, and right now we really don't. So, if you can, Zoho, if you have a representative, we'd love to hear from them in the next minute or so. Because if you don't have a representative, we just won't give you your award. So.
Oh, so cruel, Brent. So cruel. But that was, props to RMD. I mean, honestly, they did some cool stuff. And awesome.
They actually did a lot of innovative things and different things than anybody else did in the event. Like there was some rapping, there was some jazz. I mean, there was some kazoo. I mean, they did a lot of interesting things.
Well, that was an original song. Oh no, it was a medley of songs. I'm taking it back. That was the medley of songs, and the only thing that even came close to a quote medley was the mashup. Right?
Hey,
every other one was just a single.
Sandy, you need to represent your team.
Yeah,
here.
just bring her on.
Yeah, do you have?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
Sandy, you're going to have to represent because nobody else is here. So we expect to see you here.
Run behind the curtain, Sandy. Run behind the curtain.
you can just do it on your way in.
You could just do on behalf of, and then, that's it. Look. Here she
is. There she is.
Hello. Hi.
Congratulations.
Well, since you weren't going to give us the award, so I had to do something.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about RMD, because they seem to have a lot of flavor, a lot of different styles, and they have a lot of fun doing what they do.
Okay. So sorry, I was getting too much audio there, but so I'm just the manager. Obviously you did not see me and my musical talent, whatever that is, on display. So, it was something that they always do. This group has always performed together. Actually, the original group is even larger than what you see on screen. And I've seen them perform live. I see how they get people to dance. And in fact, for those who haven't heard Humma in its entirety, I guarantee you're going to start dancing and be humming that Humma song for the rest of the day. So thank you so much for the award. I am accepting this on behalf of our talented band member and band leader, Rakib.
Yeah, and I got to get up with Rakib too, because he was killing it on the drum pads. I got to get some learning skills from him.
So what are you guys going to do? I mean, that's, again, you had an original song, you had the medley, you had, you guys did quite a bit. What are you going to do with the music? I mean, this is good stuff, right? So what are you going to do with it?
Well, as their manager, I will give back to you. But trying to convince them to make an appearance at Zoho Day. How's that? So that's one thing we want to do, and trying to tie them to our upcoming 25th anniversary. So a few things in mind, but definitely count us in for all your future BYOB events. And, I know that we talked about collaboration across different bands too, but, it's on. We definitely want to make something happen.
I'm just going to say that now is a great time to be an analyst, because we know that at some point in the future, RMD is going to perform at some analyst event that Zoho puts on. So, we're all looking forward to that, Sandy. No pressure.
Yeah. And hey, Rakib, if you hear this recording, look, it's on the record now, so you got to make it happen. Okay.
I'm just really curious, how much of a percentage take do you get for being the band's manager?
That's up for negotiation. No, honestly, I forced them to do this. They were a little shy at first, but I've heard them, and I was really, they just had to do it. And especially representing that cultural, the cultural element too. I think it brings a unique flavor, and I just love how it turned out. And, thank you, Paul and Brent, for coming up with this idea.
No, more to come. Plenty more.
I want to point out Alan's awesome comment too that you had up there earlier, Brent, because I think it says a lot when one of your big competitors gives you the shout out too. So rock on, Alan.
Well, Alan and I are buddies.
I know.
Buddies, so
it's the love of this industry. It's amazing.
And so should people actually, you want to give your email and phone number out so that people can contact you to start booking for RMD? Is that
Bring it on, bring it on.
I think there's a Zoho form for that, right?
Yes.
No, there's an app actually.
There is a Zoho app for it. Absolutely.
Zoho Band and Zoho One.
Exactly. Zoho Band. I love it.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on and representing RMD. They did an awesome job. And I think it's also kind of unanimous. We need more kazoo in our life. So
yeah, we
that's
do.
right.
Yeah, we do.
It's replacing cowbell.
If you get a kazoo on the boat in a harbor somewhere, that actually would be pretty awesome too.
It goes to Mark Stevens' point. He said more kazoo is replacing cowbell from here on.
Wow.
yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you.
Well, thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
Sandy.
Bye.
Bye, Sandy.
Yeah, that was fun. We just met the band's manager. That's nice. It's kind of cool. Good stuff.
Yeah, Sandy Foy jumps in and always. She's the one.
No, I'm glad that she forced them into it, and look what happened. I mean, that was great.
Oh, they were
I
amazing.
think it's fair to say that Sandy is indeed the iron fist and the velvet glove. She gets a lot of things to happen, and somehow makes people very cheerful about doing it. So it's a unique Sandy Low talent, I will say.
That's right.
Iron fist with the velvet glove. Eh?
Yeah, that's a great expression.
It really is. Yeah. All right.
Better than the invisible hand. Anyway, yeah.
It's that it needs more kazoo instead of needs more cowbell.
That's right.
I'm digging that.
All right. I'd love to have Christopher Walken say that. Like, need more kazoo.
Well,
I could need a little more kazoo.
I'm
I need
sure.
more
Can we get
kazoo.
Jamie Anderson to do that?
Maybe he could. Ooh. Good
did not
idea.
have a bad hair day, Sandy.
No, Sandy never has a bad hair day.
She has a Sandy bad hair day, which is literally like everybody else's best day with hair, right? So,
as Marshall says, never.
That's right.
Okay, so we got another shout out. Another shout out award, and this one is, I got this right. There we go.
I like the tactical adjustment of your screen there, Brent, too.
Yeah, for all those cheaters out there. Jeez. All right, best band page. Any guesses? Anybody want to take a shot? There's a lot of good stuff out there. PG and I, we thought there was one that was just a cut above the rest, though.
Oh man, I'm woefully underprepared to actually have a view on this one. I can't say I spent enough time looking at the band pages. I'm remiss. So apologies to all of the fabulous bands.
You are remiss.
Was it Jane Blonde? I feel like they had a bunch of stuff up there, but again, rusty memory.
Hey, they did, and you couldn't really go wrong with that. Well, I guess you kind of could because they didn't get.
Is this a Brent hint? I think this is a Brent hint, Ginger.
Yeah, you're wrong. All right. So the shout out for the best band page, and maybe this becomes a category. See, we had already named our 3 big categories, so we couldn't really on the spot throw out all these others. So we just want to do some shout outs. So the best band page goes to the Velocitors.
Oh, nice. I would have given them best costume shout out as well had we had one of those, because I think the costume changes in all of their videos were off the hook.
Yeah,
that could have been a good shout out category. You're right, because they did work on that.
Yeah, they did. I mean, this one was just, how they followed that Stack Records theme the whole time that they did that. The page pretty much did the same thing, and it was fantastic.
Yeah,
it really was. I mean, it was.
Mad Men did Battle of the Bands.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No, congrats. I thought they hooked their page up. I mean, it was a lot of good stuff.
I'm gonna go back and take a look.
Yeah, go back and take a look. You'll see what we're talking about. Yeah. Nice work, Ethan. Yes. It's nice when your band member congratulates you. So we all we now know that Ethan did all the work on the band page. So,
That's right.
so we could just minus the velocitors. Just this goes to Ethan.
That's right. Best band page. Ethan, the sales. You know how they always would say? They always go, the velocitors, the Salesforce band. So we'll just say best band page. Ethan, the Salesforce employee.
Thanks, man. Good to hear. Good to hear. And I'm with you on the music too.
Okay, so we have another shout out before an award, the big award, the last big award, and this one is best band name.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a tough one again.
All right, so
no, I think we know which one this is.
no, well, we want to hear what you think. What each of you give us who you think should win.
I'm going for the CX Pistols. That's my obvious answer on that one.
Okay, Ginger.
I can't answer you off the top of my head, but I want to know what your criteria were for choosing. That's what I want to know.
Ginger wants the spreadsheet, Brenton.
You know what our criteria? We have very explicit criteria. We liked it.
Yeah.
Entirely subjective. Yeah.
Marshall is putting his in, and then next question. Okay, well, he's getting emphatic about it. All right.
I don't think I've ever seen Marshall so exercised, and that's saying something.
Okay, now the criteria for us is both of us like plays on words. I mean,
Fair.
It always gets it for us. So with that in mind, the winner, or shall I say, let me make sure I get this right here, or should I say the winners?
Oh,
how could you sleep on the Supremes? That's a great one too.
You're not kidding.
It is.
So the CX Pistols, I mean, never mind the Bullocks, but yeah, you got to put the CX Pistols in there. But the Supremes, the Supremes.
I mean, that was perfect. These were literally two perfect names. Like, absolutely perfect names.
I will totally agree. And I think the Supremes, they were right up there. And I'm with you on the play on words, definitely just appropriately cheeky and amusing, but not too cheeky.
Wow, yeah, I know that was. Look, did you see that comment? Was that Bob Fatal, the last one you just put up?
Of course, it was Bob. Who else?
That comment is straight out of Laughing.
Well, that's what
literally
Bob
like
is.
A Laughing style comment. So we're now back to 1963.
I'm not surprised at all.
We're literally like regressing throughout this entire broadcast.
As I said, we're regressing. We're going back. There's Bob for us. Just
we're going to show cars with fins shortly.
I like how your two choices are representative of two times and styles of music.
Excellent observation, Ginger. Totally with you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was some really deep stuff. I just like the name.
Yeah. I just want to point out that Marshall is acquiescing and acknowledging that the Supremes also is an excellent name, which I think we all agree with.
That was Brent and I literally could not decide between them. We could not do it. It was they were both that good.
Yeah, they were. We couldn't do it. So 2 winners. That's fine. Everybody gets a trophy on that one. That's cool. All right. I think we have one last shout out before the last big award.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Here it is. Best Behind the Music episode. All right. We had 10. We did like back to back. One get both of these. We did 2 straight days, 2 hours each of these interviews with each of the bands where we got to hear a little of their music. Oh, actually, I think we played each of their videos, and then we had a little Q&A, and we had a little fun, and it was the 4 of us were involved. And then we brought some of our friends to be a part of it, was it Jimmy Jazz? Yeah. He was one of them. We had Rebecca was with Anna and Tucker, who they're like the blue siblings because they were wearing shades for some reason. They were inside.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was pretty awesome.
And Sumaran joined us with Jimmy Jazz, and so we just had like this nice 20-minute chunk of time listening to the music and hearing more about the band. And so we were like, wow, there was some really good stuff on there. So why don't we have a Best Behind the Music episode shout out? Do Ginger and El Nicole, do you have a favorite Behind the Music episode? Something you might think would win, maybe?
It's so hard to say because they were all so entertaining and so interesting and all done in such a spirit of good fun. It's tough for me to pick a winner.
Yeah, I agree.
That's funny because it wasn't tough for us at all.
No, we had literally no problem. It was
The
like,
two of you do have very strong opinions.
I think you guys are connected at the brain, though. You guys have been doing this together for so long that you're sort of on the wavelength.
This was a slam dunk, actually.
Right. This was our look. They all were, to your point, entertaining
They're
and
great.
fun.
They were.
And by the way, they're all up for people to watch. They are on the site, so
Right.
you're welcome to come and take a look. But there was one that stood very far out for the absolute lunacy of it. It was gorgeous lunacy. It was
And
like
that one was.
Yeah.
There is no question in that one. Stig.
Yep.
Stig showed up. That's
Yes.
all that had to happen.
Yes, whenever Stig shows up, things do happen, and stuff did happen. But you know what? I think the thing that I really enjoyed the most was being able to ask Des Cahill about what was going through his mind,
His poker
that
face.
deadpan look as he was playing the guitar, and his. It was just a fun one. And somewhere along the line, we started talking about Stalin, which I don't quite understand how that got in there. But besides that, it was just a lot of fun. They were all fun. But when you throw Stig into the mix, things happen.
Although I have to admit, that's the first time I've literally ever heard Stalin and fun in the same sentence.
Yeah,
It's like the time on Friends when they convinced Joey that he should have his stage name be Joseph Stalin. Anyway.
I didn't even remember that episode. I'll have to watch
It's a throwback. It's a throwback, but a more recent one, at least. So we're moving up through the decades.
Come on, you got to go back to the 60s.
Cracking
That's
forward.
where we're comfortable.
I'm pretty soon going to start a Gunsmoke discussion. Start talking about Gunsmoke.
Okay, so we're down to like the last 11 minutes. So we
My
got to
three
do.
sons.
We got to do the last. Hearing an echo all of a sudden. We got to do a last category, and that category is. Let me make sure I don't. Screw
This
up.
is the big one.
The big one, yeah.
Here it is, folks.
And
It comes down to this: the best band for the inaugural CRM Playaz BYOB 2020 awards. We have a video to go to the finals. So here I go again. Do this, and here we go.
The finalists for the CRM Playaz BYOB 2020 award for best band are NexJ Systems, Nudge. Pegasystems, the layer cakes.
Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me.
Zoho's RMD.
Yeah. This one's for Chennai. That's right. 2020. Yeah. Things change in a blink of an eye. Like something having fun right up from the sky. Thoughts passing by, memories flashing by. Minutes, hours, days, weeks, months passing by. The culture we're missing, the coffee we're missing. The beaches we miss, the places we miss, the town life we've been missing. Those days we kept chilling in close of the east. Yeah, life wasn't easier.
All right, let me bring everybody back. Those are our 3 finalists. Ladies, any guesses?
Oh, for me, it's like, is it RMD or Pega? I mean, the other band was great too, but based on all of the other feedback and stuff that we've been through, it feels like it's those two are
neck and neck. Yeah, I hear you. And honestly, I mean, I don't know about you, Ginger, but when I was going through the list on all of these, and first of all, it was the most enjoyable way to spend a Saturday afternoon that I had had in a long time. So thanks everybody for putting in all the work to do this stuff, because I think we all enjoyed it immensely. But it's hard. It's hard just to, I mean, we contributed 3 votes for, 3 different names for best band. And it was hard to get down to 3. But I'm with you here. I feel like Pega has kind of been the bridesmaid quite a few times here, and I'm kind of wondering if they're going to bring it home on this one. But it's close, man. It is close, and it is some tough competition.
And just one reminder. One reminder. There were thousands of popular votes, and there were ultimately, even though we had 5 panel judges, there were dozens of panel judge votes, thanks to the 5th judge and the happy hour people. So you're talking about a large number of votes bringing those 3 to the front.
Okay, so with that said, the winner for the best band for the inaugural CRM Playaz BYOB 2020 award is it's Pega Layer Cakes. Now, before we jump in and start talking to them, because we do have a representative from the Layer Cakes on the line, we do want to give a special shout out to, let me go this way, 2nd and 3rd place. Zoho came in 2nd, RMD, and NexJ Nudge 3rd. But
congrats.
All 3 of these, yeah, they were great as well. And all the other that didn't make the finals, they're great as well. But we can only have one winner for this category, and this one for this year is Pega. And so representing the Layer Cakes is the CMO of Pegasystems, Tom Libretto. Tom.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate
By the way,
it.
Bob is saying time for a party on the boat, and I wholeheartedly agree.
Unfortunately, we don't own the boat. We just rented it.
So tell us, man. I know this has to rank right up there. Well, there's an echo all of a sudden. This has to rank right up there, like if you were to win a Grammy or something, or something kind of big like that. So tell us in your own words how great a moment this is for you.
It's a career pinnacle, really, Brad. No, awesome. The energy that went into this, not just within our own band, but the reaction from all the bands and all the companies that participated was just so awesome. And it was just it was awesome to be a part of. And I thank all of you for putting it on, because it was a bright spot in an otherwise pretty dreary year. So thank you.
And people are really interested in the drone. Tell us how you incorporated the drone into the whole situation.
Yeah, so back in earlier in the year, we underwrote a concert by our friends, the Dropkick Murphys, a longtime sort of epic local Boston band that put on a concert out of Fenway Park, and they had a drone crew that filmed the entire thing. So when we put this together, we had the idea of calling that crew again and getting them on board to do some drone footage. We got the appropriate dispensation from Logan Airport right across the harbor and all that, but it was fun to put them in the air and capture some new angles.
That was amazing. What you guys did was absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Boston Harbor never looked that good to me before, but on the Charles River. But
Hey, but
Now-
Tom, I have to say, man, you were killing on that the lead for Sweet Child of Mine, man. That
Thank
was
you.
you, because we just saw the hands. We didn't see the actual head. So I'm guessing that was you. But
That was me. That was
All
me. Yeah. The my hands look prettier than the face, which I think the camera crew really got behind.
Well, you guys were, I have to say, there was you and your sax player and a couple others were right up there in that best instrumental thing.
yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
And Nicholson was up there with the voice. I didn't know he had that voice.
Our two vocalists, Jeff and Zuma, the rest of us in the band are just like, let them go, stand back, let them do their thing, because they are just awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm just sorry Valerie didn't get more of a shout out on this one. It's one of my favorite songs, and I thought you guys did absolute justice to that one as well.
Great song, great song.
Now that the voting is over and all the people have picked, Valerie actually did very well in the popular vote.
Yeah.
It really did. I mean, there was every song of all 10 bands really had a significant number of votes in the popular vote. Nobody really was. It was never like large distance between any, especially on the individual song sides, and the band sides were, because the weightings were there. It was like it was even closer because of the judges' vote combination. But all three of your songs did really well in the popular vote, and again, without going to the explicit numbers, there were thousands, and those numbers were real. There were thousands of votes. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's very humbling. It was we were in great company, obviously, from what we've seen across all the bands.
Hey, I have to say this. I'm not really a big fan of the Boston sports scene. But,
wow.
But the layer cakes make me feel like making a trip to Boston every now and again, just to hear you guys. So I thought you guys are great. How long have you guys really been together though?
We played together, I think, probably 6 times or so. We started a few years ago playing our annual sales kickoff concert on a whim, just getting in front of our sales teams down in Orlando. And we've done that a couple of years in a row, obviously not this past year. But that was a ton of fun. So when this came about, we pulled back together and put it all together. But I think like many of us that had this experience, there is a real ambition to get together more often and try to get out and play as much as we can.
Well, hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of your work. Your band page is still open to load things up. So we want to turn them into places where people can go and watch literally corporate band music. So
Love it.
Keep loading them up, man.
We will.
Is there going to be maybe a virtual appearance at Pega World? Maybe with the
we'll see. We're not ready to announce anything here yet, Brian. But you can follow me the first to know.
All right, we want to break news whenever we can. So,
that's right. We're a very news topical organization.
All right, hey, thanks, man. We know you have to run, but we definitely appreciate you the time and winning, but just being a part of this. It was really great. So thanks.
Awesome. Thanks so much again, guys. Appreciate it.
Right.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man. It was awesome.
Wow, we fit it all in.
I know. Well, I'm going to have to drop because, as much as I would really, really love to stay and have fun with y'all, I got to go and do some work.
What?
Yeah.
I know, a little letdown. But, I got to do some work with some good people. So I'm looking forward to seeing them, but I'm going to miss all of you.
All right.
All of my fellow CRM players and all of our buddies watching as well.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you later.
Bye, all.
Yeah. Wow. So let's get some last impressions of what the whole thing, not just this show, but the whole thing. Ginger, why don't you start us off?
I think people have said this in different ways. I really love the whole element of community that it brought at a time when I think people appreciate community more than ever. So, along with uncovering all this talent / hidden talent, and showing all the creativity, just really bringing our community together for something fun and just highlighting all of these people in the meantime or in the process.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I
PG, you know,
Yeah,
this was your brainchild, so
well, it's the player's brainchild. So I utterly, aside from the fact that I'm like you, utterly exhausted, the thing was, it blew me away. Actually, look, I knew that I've seen corporate bands, and I actually have paid attention to them over the years. So I knew there was talent out there, but I did not know, nowhere in my wildest imagination that I think I'd see 10 bands, every participant band at that caliber. It was just mind blowing to me. And again, it's not like, if you take the three of us, we don't know a lot of the people in the bands. We know a lot of the people in the bands, but the talent level was just off the charts. The arrangements were off the chart. Everything about it was just astonishing. And I'll tell you what, I deliberately showed a lot of the videos to people who have nothing to do with our industry whatsoever. Some were blue collar, some were white collar, but they had zip to do with technology. And I will tell you, the actual overwhelming consensus was by a 22-year-old young woman that I know, was the daughter of a friend, and she was watching. She watched like 3 of the videos, and she said, "I'm going home tonight and I'm watching the rest of them." And she said, and then she did. So that's just a testament. And the only other thing I want to say is, we will be announcing not too long from now plans for the BYOB 2021 and what that's going to mean. It's going to be a little different, we've talked a little about it, but there'll be a lot more to talk about soon. So be ready. And last but not least, everyone out there, the band pages are still open. So if you want to go watch them again, or you want to watch new videos, they all know they can post. They're keeping their rights to the pages up. Go watch the videos and keep coming back to watch, because there'll be new ones up as they produce them.
Yeah, at least one of the bands has put a handful of other songs up, right?
Yeah.
Elements.cloud is
Elements.cloud.
more. Yeah, they did a version of Sweet Child of Mine recently,
Yes, they
too. I
did.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see that continue. And I just think it was really cool that not only did they do it, they put their whole creativity and passion and everything into it, and the community of people who are, check out the Playaz, they're right involved with this stuff. I mean, if they were voting for it, but look at the comments that have been coming in. I mean, this has been really great. And me personally, it's been great to come back. This is my first thing I'm done since the last time you saw me. And so this has been a great way to come back and enjoy the fun and the festivities and the comments and kind of everything. So I appreciate it. And that maybe just one last thing before we end is we were scheduled to do our second roundtable conversation. That was supposed to be next week,
Right.
But yeah, due to things that happened with me, we're going to move it back. We haven't picked a specific day yet, but we're thinking somewhere late February timeframe. We'll let you know. Those are the companies that are involved so far. If you remember the first one we had, it was a lot of fun, a lot of great conversation, and we expect that to be the same. Maybe Pega will bring their guitar and Zoho will bring their kazoo, and we can have a little musical interlude.
Well, ServiceNow has a band, so maybe they can jump on in.
Yeah, that would be great. So we'll keep you posted for that. And PG, anything else you want to say before we head out?
Yeah, just thank you to all the people who actually took the time to watch the videos and vote on both sides, on the judges' side and also on the popular vote side. I mean, it took an effort to do that. I mean, as wonderful as it was, you're judging 30 videos, and that takes up time, which, while, yeah, we have more time at home, there's still a lot of other things you could do, and yet you did take the time. And so thank you to the judges especially, but also to the thousands of people who did vote.
Wow. And on that note, I think it's time for me to say, I'm Brent Leary.
I'm Paul Greenberg.
And I'm Ginger Conlon.
And we are the CRM Playaz, and we will be back next Thursday. See you then. And wait a minute, I'm a little rusty, but I think I have our ending ready.
Okay.